Oh, mate. Some people, I just love it when fucking trolls try and embellish things. What a load of shit. Yeah, someone just sent me a clip of him trying to chat shit about me and Aaron Collis. Well, I've actually come up on here to debunk this because I've actually got the original video which the police have actually got and they've seen. And now that's just more evidence that I can use against him when it goes to court. Because the fact is, I was actually in a prison at the time because most prisons that you go into, you're allowed to take your depositions in with you, i.e. your court papers and that, and what you've been in trouble for and what you've been arrested for and why you're in that particular prison doing that sentence for. Well, this particular prison I went to, none of the inmates are allowed to keep their depositions on them. And when I first went into there, I said, look, I've done nothing wrong. I mean, I'm in here for arson and things like that because I was on a bit of a ghost train. So, of course, I went from one prison to another, to another, to another, to another. And I happened to just go into this particular jail. And they said, no, none of the inmates here are allowed to keep the depositions. So I thought, okay, fair enough. And I worked up the ranks and I become a listener, which is a company that are trained by the Samaritans. And basically, a listener is someone that goes around that helps other prisoners that are finding it difficult if it's their first time in jail or they're just finding it hard in general, or they're missing their families or their home or whatever. And I got to knowing this guy, Aaron Collis, sorry. And obviously I didn't know what he was in for, and to be fair, I never really asked him at the time. But as time went by, I knew there was just something not right about him. But obviously I can't just go up to a screw and say, oh, what's this guy in for? Because they're not allowed to do that for their safety. And it was only the fact that once I got released and I went back home, I sort of like wrote a letter to him. And when he wrote back to me, there was just a few things in there that just made me feel uneasy. And so I sort of like got in contact with my mum and I said, look, I've been talking to this guy, both as a letter and everything, and something don't sound right. So obviously with my mum being a forensic pathologist and nurse and all this lot, I got her to do a little bit of digging around for me. And she managed to find out about this guy, and she literally just said to me, just, Danny, stay away from the guy. He's bad news. And it was only the fact that when she said that, I got a little bit like inquisitive, and I searched his name up online, and it turned out he was a prolific weirdo, paedophile, whatever. And that was the last time I ever heard from him. I've never spoken to him since. And it's just a lesson that I've learned, and I've learned the hard way. But no, like I say, you know, it's all being sent to the police and everything. So, you know, and the police have seen my original copy anyway. So, I mean, I've got now to hide. I've done nothing wrong. You know what I mean? I learned a real good lesson. You know, you have to be careful. But, no, but like I say, I didn't know anything until I got out of jail. So, it's like, yeah. But yeah, like I say, I was never fucking friends with him. You don't make friends when you're in prison. You just make acquaintances, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just a lesson that you learn, you know? But no, like I say, I've got nothing to hide. I've done nothing wrong. You know, obviously it's a mistake that I've learnt well from. And that's why I'm very careful now who I choose to talk to and stuff like that. You have to be. But now, like I say, these idiots, they do love to embellish things. And especially with things like Madeleine McCann. Well, that's news to me. I've never had anything about him having anything to do with Madeleine McCann, and I certainly haven't. So, you know what I mean? So, but like I say, it is what it is. But no, I made my mistake a long time ago, and I've learnt from it. But no, like I say, fucking, you know, I've got nothing to hide. The police are well aware. So, but no, like I say, fucking these trolls, they do love to embellish a bit. But no, it is what it is. It is what it is. So it's just fucking ridiculous. I mean, he's obviously pissed, but like I say, he'll learn the hard way. He's got to be pissed or stoned to be doing what he's doing. You know, he's been told to stop doing all this fucking nearly 2-3 years ago. But I think he'll realise now, you know, when they arrest him and that very, very shortly in due course, he's going to realise now, oops, I've made a big mistake here. I shouldn't have done this. Too late. Pissed or drunk, stoned or whatever, there's no excuse. He's been told to stop doing what he's doing. You know, not that I've got anything to hide with any of the videos that are out there of me. Bedfordshire police have seen it all. I've done nothing wrong. So he's just making his case all that much easier for me to win. Because by what he's doing, he's already been told to stop. He won't. So he's going to learn the hard way. And that's why I just let him get on with it. So he's been told to leave me alone, stop doing what he's doing. So, and to be fair, all the videos that are out there of me, anyway, the police are aware of anyway. You know. And plus I've had all my devices taken on numerous occasions over the last 6-7 years. And they've always come back clean. So like I say, I've got nothing to hide. Never have done, never will do. But he's going to have a tough time when that hits the courtroom. Because it's his own voice, it's his own actions. So he's just going to learn the hard way. I can't understand why people are just so dumb, they're so stupid. But like I say, it is what it is. So I'm just going to get on with it. That other film's finished. Stupid really though, why they do it, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not triggering me, it's not making me rage. I just find it very, very sad. He obviously must have narcissist traits or something, because he obviously don't care that by doing what he's doing, he's going to get himself fucked for it, so. Yeah. Anyways. Peace out, everyone. And I'm just going to leave this idiot to fuck himself up, because the police are actually recording his live stream anyway, so I don't really need to be listening to bloody things that people are sending me. So, and even if he makes it private, they're all going to get it back anyway, so, you know. But anyways, peace out, guys. I'm off to bed. Have a nice quiet night, and I'm just going to let this idiot fucking drop himself in it more. So, he's been warned. So, anyways, peace out, guys. Peace out.